In the shadows of the Cold War, a whisper circulated through the corridors of power, an elite force forged in secrecy, capable of striking where others could not. Delta Force was born not from parades or acclaim, but from the quiet realization that America needed warriors to operate beyond conventional battlefields. Charles Beckwith, a seasoned Green Beret, had witnessed the failures of conventional forces during hostage crises. Inspired by the British SAS, he envisioned a unit where selection would be as punishing as the missions themselves. Every candidate was tested, every weakness exposed, until only the strongest, most resilient operators remained standing. The selection process stripped away ego and fear, leaving only instinct, courage, and relentless determination. Delta candidates endured sleep deprivation, extreme navigation exercises, and psychological challenges designed to mirror real combat chaos. It was here, in this crucible, that the future soldiers of America's silent sword were forged. Recruitment was not public. It was a whispered challenge in elite circles, heard only by the most determined Green Berets and Rangers. Those who dared understood that failure meant being discarded in obscurity, their victories known only in silence. Training combined physical endurance with mental acuity, preparing operators for unpredictable and hostile environments. Combat shooting, demolitions, and close-quarters battle merged with survival and unconventional tactics to forge warriors beyond ordinary comprehension. The ethos of Delta was simple and brutal: precision, secrecy, and commitment to mission above all else. From the first clandestine missions, Delta became a symbol of American ingenuity, a sword forged in silence to defend a nation that rarely acknowledged its existence. Every warrior began as a blank slate, stripped of comfort and certainty, facing trials that tested human limits. Courage was demanded, not asked, as fear, pain, and doubt became their constant companions. Physical challenges pushed men through brutal ruck marchers, obstacle courses, and extreme navigation exercises. Sleep was distant, hunger constant, yet the body refused to yield under exhaustion. Mental fortitude was tested equally, as isolation and psychological pressure exposed raw character. In darkness, Delta separated the exceptional from the ordinary, cultivating clarity amid chaos. Close-quarters combat and advanced marksmanship became instinctive skills, honed under life-or-death pressure. Explosives, tactical driving, and counter-terrorism operations were mastered as survival imperatives. Brotherhood emerged in shared suffering, forged in fear, pain, and relentless challenge. Operators relied on each other absolutely, moving as a singular organism with unspoken loyalty. Graduation brought no medals or fanfare, only quiet acceptance into a fraternity sworn to secrecy. The shadow they cast began to stretch across the globe, ready to strike unseen. The first deployments tested skill, nerves, and precision under conditions few could imagine. They moved like ghosts, executing missions where a single misstep meant death. Targets were unpredictable, intelligence incomplete, yet Delta thrived in chaos. Hostage rescues, counter-terrorism strikes, and high-value captures became their domain, executed with ruthless efficiency. Urban landscapes turned into silent battlefields, where rooftops and alleyways became conduits for precise strikes. Every breath and step was calculated, transforming danger into opportunity. Missions saved lives, prevented catastrophes, and shaped conflicts before they erupted into chaos. Each success reinforced the ethos: operate unseen, strike decisively, and vanish without a trace. The toll on operators was profound, both physically and mentally, yet they bore it silently. Sleep, food, and comfort were luxuries abandoned for a higher calling. Delta emerged as an unmatched instrument of strategic power, feared by enemies and revered by allies. Their actions shaped conflicts quietly, altering history without recognition or reward. Commanding Delta Force is a silent crucible where every decision carries life or death weight. Leaders navigate incomplete intelligence, shifting politics, and unpredictable enemies, balancing risk with the imperative to succeed. Operators rely on training, but commanders synthesize experience, instinct, and judgment under immense pressure. Success is measured not in glory, but in lives saved and threats neutralized. Delta leadership requires strategic foresight and intimate tactical knowledge. Planning is meticulous, rehearsed in simulations, but in the field, uncertainty reigns. Missions often demand split-second decisions, where hesitation can turn precision into tragedy. Intelligence, terrain, and human factors must be weighed against a lethal, opaque enemy. The anonymity of operations compounds pressure. Decisions rarely receive recognition. Every success is hidden, every error scrutinized internally, leaving leaders to bear consequences in silence. Yet pressure forges effectiveness, transforming planning into art and instinct into action. Delta becomes an extension of national will, precise and unstoppable in skilled hands. Delta Force is more than a unit. It is a brotherhood forged in fire. Each operator depends on the next with absolute trust, knowing hesitation could cost lives. The intensity of missions exacts profound tolls, leaving indelible scars. Every engagement carries the risk of injury, trauma, or death, endured in silence. Loss is inevitable, echoing through the ranks and shaping resolve. Fallen comrades serve as quiet reminders of stakes, their absence felt profoundly. Brotherhood extends beyond missions, encompassing training, sleepless nights, and psychological trials. Operators support each other through invisible wounds, offering understanding few outsiders could comprehend. Even with camaraderie as a shield, secrecy compounds trauma, creating an invisible battlefield within the mind. Operators balance grief against operational imperatives, knowing the world will never see their sacrifices. From this crucible emerges cohesion, loyalty, and resolve unmatched in any conventional force. Delta is defined not by individual heroism, but by collective strength and shared hardship. Delta operates in a world where recognition is rare, controversy inevitable, and secrecy paramount. Missions often spark debate over legality, ethics, and cost, yet the operators remain unseen. Decades of evolution allowed Delta to confront threats others could not, adapting tactics, technology, and strategy to remain unmatched. High-profile successes are veiled, while failures are meticulously contained, reinforcing silent excellence. Duty outweighs debate. Necessity dictates every mission. Operators act with knowledge that their work will rarely be understood or acknowledged. Delta's influence extends beyond missions, shaping counterterrorism, unconventional warfare, and elite military doctrine worldwide. Allies study tactics, adversaries fear them, and policymakers rely on their unseen interventions. Controversy and secrecy amplify mystique, legends grow, and history records only fragments. True measure lies in outcomes, threats neutralized, lives saved, and missions completed without recognition. Delta Force exists not for fame or acknowledgement, but as an instrument of unwavering American resolve. They are the silent sword, forged in secrecy, sharpened by sacrifice, and wielded with unrelenting precision. When the world sleeps, oblivious to the danger it narrowly avoids, Delta Force strikes, and then vanishes, leaving only the echo of its deadly certainty.